Welcome to a land full of ice. That's right. In this episode, we're going to try to survive as long as possible while on an iceberg. We are allowed to go in the iceberg in the waters around, but we are not allowed to go on any other land. It's going to pose a challenge, but we're up to accept it. I hope you guys really enjoy this fun video, and let's just jump right into it. And so starts day one. We had to figure out where to live because we were going to have to find some shelter pretty fast after we realized that Dr. Cork had punched a polar bear. Now, every single polar bear on the island was after him, but we weren't sure yet. So we had to test it out, and let's just say they hurt. We had to get out of there because they had trapped us. And moving along, we almost got ambushed by one, but luckily we got out of there just in time. The next thing we had to do was find a place to live. And that really wasn't that hard because all we did was punch into the side of a hill of ice. And that was going to be our home. Pretty simple. And luckily enough, there was a tree within reach from an iceberg. That was going to help us a lot. And after punching it down, we knew we had to be sparing with the resources. So we made a crafting table because those are essential. And a door to keep out the polar bears. And I just went hunting for fish, which were relatively close to our island. Making my way back home, I realized that all the polar bears had arrived at our doorstep because they were still angry at Dr. Cork. So we had to eliminate all of them the hard way. Yep, and we slapped every single one of them. Went through a sword, actually. But when we were done, we realized that they were a great source of fish, dropping a lot of salmon and cod when they died. There were a lot of them, though, which took us a while to clean up. As you see, we got to planting our sapling as well. Whew, closed them off. Now we had a bigger problem. The first night had arrived. We had to survive the polar bears, which were still outside, and all the mobs that were coming. I broke open a little area so we could see more inside of our house. Great news! Our tree's grown! Now we had to start getting all the wood, and I was paying attention and almost got killed. But it still blew up, leaving a pretty big hole that we had to clean up. After cleaning up the tree, we realized how ugly this hole was in front of our house, and we were going to keep falling into it. But that wasn't the only thing that happened. We could have drowned, and he dropped not only a nautilus shell, but a trident, which is going to be very cool for later. Pew! Next, we got a chest to put our junk in. We had a lot of it at this point. Then I went out on a nightly adventure. Spider! Then day rose, and that meant we had successfully made it through our first night on the iceberg. Yes, some things had gone wrong, but we have had a pretty successful start, I would say. The first thing to start with day 2 was to figure out how to get rid of this hole. So I went out searching, found a friendly polar bear, and actually 2 trees that were really close to our island. I ended up heading back home with 9 pieces of wood and got some oak going. Then we made the floor wood instead of ice. I then went on the search for 8 pieces of cobblestone for a furnace. And when I got home, he had filled in the hole. Hallelujah. Then we used some doors for fuel. Nice. And then night 2 began with a cool little snowstorm. First thing I did was stumble upon a zombie and a creeper in a hole. Kinda made them mad, but survived it. Sniped! Sniped again! I'm nice with snowballs. And then, what the? There's a witch! She almost absolutely destroyed me in the head with that potion. My knight in shining armor came to help me, but it didn't help me from getting poisoned. He eventually took it out, but I was tanking damage fast. It took me down to half a heart, and I had to go help him because he got stuck in a hole. Classic Dr. Korg. Please don't take damage, please don't take damage. Whew. The start of day 3 was going to be us trying to figure out why our sapling wasn't growing. We planted it for one day, but we were clueless. So we did what we thought was right and made a bridge to the closest grass block. Eventually it would get grassy. And done. Hopefully that should work. And right as we did that, I don't know if it helped or not, but a tree grew. And I planted some more along the bridge to get some more stalks. Right as I did, one grew. It has vines. Well, look what we found here. A turtle. You already know we're going to spend the rest of the day harboring him back to our house. We actually named him Darby. Darby the turtle. Come on. Go, buddy. Come on. Go. Oh, good. Good Darby. You already know we made a fence for him. Gotta keep those turtles locked in. Can't have him escaping. We even gave him a little pond that he can do some lightly diving in. Hey, Darby. Hey, buddy. And he actually went for a swim. Pretty good of him. Now it's time for our nighttime adventure, and I have a feeling this will be our last. Get that spider. But while I was getting the spider, Dr. Cord decided to just slap the polar bear. Took care of him, but pretty scary. Yeah. And then we got into some trouble. There was a stray. Oof, he got hit. There you go. Oh, trying to do some sneaky moves on him, but he just decided to sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. Got him. Didn't drop anything, though. This is when we ran into problems. The second stray came to the battle, and boy, do they hurt. They can snipe you like crazy. Come on, Dr. Cord, we've got to escape. We got to keep going. No, the wrong way. You're just going to get shot at more. And that's what he did. Not only that, but we had a drowned after us. Things were not looking good. And then we just kept getting targeted. And that's when Dr. Cord bit the dust. And not too long after, while I was breaching, I got shot as well. So overall, we survived 3 days and 3 nights, just at the beginning of day 4. It was a lot of fun trying to adapt to the climate and the mobs and the lack of trees and dirt. But we made it work. Even got a turtle named Darby. If you guys like this video, make sure you like and comment to tell us what we should do next. No challenge is too hard for us. We'll at least attempt it. So thank you guys so much for watching the Iceberg Survival. And make sure you watch our other videos and subscribe. See ya in the next one.